What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we're going to be checking out some awesome battles with Drapion, Toxicroak, and Crustle. Now, Drapion has always been very consistent for me. Crustle did really well in the last Halloween Cup, but today Toxicroak counters so many of the opponent's teams in the Halloween Cup that it's making them surrender. It's honestly a fantastic core breaker, and it's great in Open Great League as well. So if you guys haven't tried Toxicroak yet, be sure to do that. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this team and Toxicroak, and let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, getting into this first battle here, let's see how things go. We have Drapion on the lead versus Golurk. Now, Golurk destroys Drapion and Toxicroak with that Mud Slap, but at least with Drapion we can put a lot of pressure on shields because of Crunch. Golurk there is that ground ghost typing, so it's going to be taking super effective damage right here, and we will be getting shields, which is awesome. So hopefully we can get to a second one in time. Golurk as well is going to be throwing a Shadow Punch right here, which is resisted, so we're going to go ahead and let it go. I think I can make it to the next crunch in time, which we can. So this is beautiful. This is either going to chunk the health, it might even one-shot, or we get the final shield. We do get the final shield right there, so that is looking solid for us. We're going to go ahead and bring in the Crustle, and they decide to bring in Wigglytuff right here. Now, this is going to be kind of tough because I don't want Golurk to be able to farm me down and load up on energy with Mud Slaps, right? So we're going to go ahead and throw the Mud Bomb right here. Sludge Bomb would KO it, but I'm hoping I can counter down, but we can't. We both go down at the exact same time. Now, Crustle's going to go ahead and come back in. If we see the Golurk come in, then we know whatever is in the back, which we do see the Golurk, is going to be very weak to Crustle. So it may be a flyer, like Golbat might make sense. But we'll have to see. So we're just going to go ahead and go for the Rock Slide right here. Even though it is resisted, it's going to do a ton of resisted damage. Crustle put some work here in the Halloween Cup, and then we will be able to farm down with Smackdown. And then let's see what that final Pokemon is. It's going to be a Alolan Ninetales. So a double charm team in the back, which is why Crustle was very threatening to the Alolan Ninetales, right? That ice typing. So we're going to go ahead and boom right here. Boom! One shots the Alolan Ninetales, and that is going to be a good game, very well played. Alright, moving into this next one. We have Drapion on the lead versus Crustle. This is definitely a bit more favorable if we do have Aqua Tail. I decided to run with Sludge Bomb, but I could totally see Aqua Tail working as well. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Crunch. Does neutral damage in the matchup. Can get that possible debuff as well to lower their defenses. And we do get the defense drop, which is awesome. Now we do see them go for the charge move here. I'm kind of concerned this might be a Rock Slide, but I think it was a bit quick, so I'm going to let it go, and it is going to be the X Scissor. So we're able to survive that. Now, Alolan Raticate decides to come in. I could have held my energy right here. This might have been a slight misplay, but that's okay. We're going to roll with it. We're going to go straight into the Toxicroak and farm down that normal dark typing. And it can also do a lot of, Toxicroak can do a lot of damage to Crustle as well because of the rock bug typing. And they decided to surrender. I'm guessing maybe there was an Obstagoon or an Umbreon in the back, which means Toxicroak was going to just shred through that team with counter. Alright, moving this next one, we got Drapion here versus Galvantula on the lead. Crunch does a lot of great neutral damage. That's what's great about Drapion, is it got that upgrade to Poison Sting with that fast move that gains energy very quickly, just like Mud Shot or Thunder Shock or... but we are going to go ahead and switch into Crustle, and they were locked into a fast move animation, which means we're able to smack them down. Volt Switch has a very long fast move animation, so they couldn't get out of there in time, and we were able to save our Drapion and not have to shield because they overloaded a bit too much on energy. Now, Crustle here as well. You guys may be surprised how much damage this thing is doing. This is resisted, and it's just shredding this Toxicroak apart, absolutely destroying it. We're going to go ahead and let the Crustle go down. It has done its job. We still have our Drapion, and we have our own Toxicroak right here. So we're just going to go ahead and come in with the Toxicroak and counter down and shield one Mud Bomb, as they'll probably only be able to get to one in time in order to take us out. Remember, we're part poison typing, so we will take super effective damage from it. We're just going to go ahead and counter down, but the opponent decides to surrender. Toxicroak, the sweeper right here, making opponents surrender. Obviously, a lot of people have stuff that's weak to Toxicroak in the back, which is why it's doing so well. Alright, so we got Shadow Scizor here on the lead, a really awesome Pokemon, and we are going to see Quillfish now come in. Now, Scizor being that Bug Steel typing is going to get shredded pretty hard by Counter and Smackdown, so I don't necessarily need to swap out of this matchup. So I'm just going to stay in with the Drapion right here. We can tank an Aqua Tail pretty well. We can't tank 2, though. As you guys are going to see, Aqua Tail does a decent amount of neutral damage, but at least we can get to another crunch in time to look to force a shield right here, or if they decide to let it go, which they do, we're able to take out the Quillfish right there, which is a pretty nice counter to the Crustle because of the Aqua Tail. So Scizor right here is going to go ahead and throw its energy at fine. We're going to go ahead and shield. I'm hoping to get to this crunch in time. This does so much neutral damage to a Shadow Scizor that getting myself a shield right here is going to be very favorable if I can get it. So we do get a shield. I'm going to go ahead and go into the Toxicroak and start countering down. And then we do see a Nidoqueen now come into the matchup. So a double poison in the back plus a Scizor. My opponent does not like fairy type Pokemon. Let's just say that. But Mud Bombs right here. This was great about Toxicroak against Nidoqueens. It does super effective damage. Now we do need to watch out for the Earth Power, but I'm going to go ahead and no shield this. I know my Crustle can close this game out, and we do is a Poison Fang, so that was a good call right there. We're going to go ahead and throw this Mud Bomb, take out the Nidoqueen, and they decided to no shield, which means this Shadow Scizor is going to get shredded here by counters, as you guys can see, and we're just going to bring in the Crustle right here, do one Smackdown, and that is going to be a good game. So Toxicroak, again, putting in a lot of work, Crustle putting in a lot of work, and Drapion putting pressure on a lot of shields and taking out Pokemon that it does neutral damage to. Alright, moving to this next one, we got Drapion on the lead versus Crustle. Again, much more favorable if we do have Aqua Tail, but Crunch works just as well because it also has the ability to get that debuff as well, which is very nice. Now, with Crustle being that bug rock type, it's going to be taking super effective damage from Smackdown. So since we landed that, we know in the mirror match we can farm down. Toxicroak as well can farm this thing down. So I'm not going to be giving up shields early. We do see a swap into Nidoqueen. So I'm going to go ahead and load up to that Sludge Bomb and then swap into Toxicroak. Now this is a risky play because Nidoqueen is so far ahead on energy that I need to be shielding correctly when it comes to Earth Power or Poison Fang. Earth Power will obviously one-shot. So I believe I go ahead and decide to shield this first one. Yeah, I decided to shield the first one, and it was the Earth Power, which is beautiful. That means all the energy went into that shield, and now we should be able to get to the next Mud Bomb in time. But they decided to throw, so this was a bit early. So it's going to be that Poison Fang, which means we'll let it go. It is going to be resisted right here, and we should be able to get 2 shields. We're going to overload just a bit on energy. That way we have a chance to get to another charge move if the Crustle decides to come in, because we will be resisting Smackdown. So let's see if they decide to come back in with Crustle right here. They decided to come in with Beedrill. Alright, same difference. We're going to be doing a lot of damage with Mud Bomb right here. Even though Beedrill is only going to take neutral from it, it absolutely chunks, and we might get a shield as well. No, it chunked a lot of health right there. And seeing that there's a Beedrill and a Crustle, we're going to bring in our own Crustle, as Smackdown is going to be doing super effective damage, and we are going to go ahead and shield the potential Drill Run, but I think it was a bit early. But it is going to be the Drill Run, so that's okay. And then, as you can see, the Mirror Fight, that's going to be a good game. So Crustle able to sweep it right there. So really fun battles right here. Very short video. I just wanted to showcase that Toxicroak can really break apart a lot of core teams that you guys do see. And Crustle is such a nice Pokemon. A lot of people have been using it, and it was really solid in last year's 2020 Halloween Cup, and it's showing its strength again here. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.